much. We are starting the
Yes.
recording. Yeah, you are able to hear transcendental vibration while driving. That's also very nice. That it's sometimes if you don't want to chant on the beats while driving, it's okay. It's okay. Chanting on the beats is very, very important. Okay, let's talk about two things. Started recording, Prabhuji, or we should? Okay. So, Hare Krishna devotees, Dhanvat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Let's start with our prayers. Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Romapada Swamin Iti Namine. Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Thank you very much for everyone joining. थैंक यू माता जी, आप भी ज्वाइन हो गए. कीर्तिदा माता जी नहीं है, फिर भी आपने ज्वाइन कर लिया और सुन रहे हैं. थैंक यू. ओके माता जी एंड प्रभु जी, बिफोर वी स्टार्ट द क्लास, let's talk about two topics which came to my mind while chanting. It should not come, but it came. So let's talk about those two topics. One is chanting on beats. Ajay Prabhu, you nicely chant on beats every day. So much nicely, so much focused. Why you used today? You are.
I was chanting in the train, so I continued the same
You
thing.
continued that mala. Okay. Good, good. Chanting on beats is very important. Very, very important. I know there are gadgets, but chanting on beats is important. Prabhupada has mentioned something, so I was just trying to speak on that. Two topics. One is Kirtan, that's what we started with, to get the mood, to get the environment. Any katha has to be before done with the Kirtan. Kirtan gets us into the mood of, though we don't meditate on the meditating on the Kirtan is amazing. Though we don't meditate also, those words of the Kirtan, especially Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and Jai Radha Madhav is also very much told to be sing, because that also carries lot of potency. But Hare Krishna Mahamantra, when we focus on Hare Krishna Mahamantra, automatically our heart gets cleansed and we are ready to receive the knowledge. We need not make special endeavor that, oh, okay, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, that tuning, that meter. We are so much naturally inclined towards this mantra is, we don't know. Very, very much inclined, because that is our eternal nature. In this mantra, we are requesting for the service of Krishna, and that as a soul we are missing. And when we do that Hare Krishna Mahamantra, that missing part, connection, is been established. So we do the Kirtan. I'll share about Kirtan first. I was just thinking how it is beautiful. Today we don't have very good Kirtaners. I'm very, very bad at doing orally Kirtan. I do for myself, but I can manage, but not very good Kirtaner. But I love holy name, so Krishna helps me in chanting the holy name in the form of Kirtan. Ajay Prabhu asked, like, is there anybody to do the Kartal? So Padmanabha Prabhu also is not very, very talented in doing whatever the musical thing he is doing. But we just try. Endeavor is very important. During Srila Prabhupada time, Srila Prabhupada very nicely told, like, okay, if it is big Kirtan fest, you cannot say that, oh, Prabhupada said so, I'll go and do the beats like whatever I want, or I will try and this is my trial zone. No, it will disturb the other Kirtaners, because the Kirtan is done for so many people and they have to meditate on that Kirtan, hear that sound and everything. So we cannot disturb. But at the same time, when we have small gatherings in the home, we need not hesitate to sing for Krishna. We need not hesitate to play the musical instruments for Krishna. It pleases Krishna. Krishna, all that he does in Goloka is playing, singing, grazing the cows and all those things. And when we go also, we are not going to do the japa there. No. We are going to graze the cows with him. We are going to eat with him. We are going to play with him. It's so wonderful. Just imagine also that we will be there with him and doing all those things. Very nice. So Prabhupada was saying, in context of what we did in the starting of our session, Kirtan is a spiritual sacrifice. Matajis and Prabhujis, no phones during Bhakti Riksha. Okay. Spiritual sacrifice for the pleasure of Krishna, not a musical concert. for entertainment or a demonstration of artistic talent. Oh, I'm very good at mridanga. Let me show to everybody how I play the mridanga. I'm good at harmonium. Let me play the harmonium and show. It's not talent displaying thing. Srila Prabhupada, often cautioned against prioritizing musical skills over sincere devotion. So Prabhupada always saw sincerity and each and every soul, how they're sincerely trying to connect to Krishna. So he encouraged. No problem. Somebody said, I cannot sing, Prabhupada. No problem, you can sing. Sing. However you sing, we will hear. No problem. There is mantra in it. You know the mantra, right? You don't make mistake in mantra, right? No, Prabhupada, I know the mantra. So just sing. He used to give kartal and everything. Devotee's sincerity is important. Emphasizing that a devotee's purity is more important than the ability to sing or play instruments. Just wanted to touch upon that. So I also don't know exactly. Only one bead I know in Kartal and one tune or two tunes in Hare Krishna Mahamantra. But the sincerity. Krishna appreciates the sincerity. We all have different capacities and energies. These are called vibhutis. Vibhutis means energies. Krishna's energies in different ways in each of us. In the same way, Prabhupada's energy is there in each of Prabhupada's disciples in different ways. That's why you see different sannyasis are in different moods. They are doing their best in serving their spiritual master. Jayapataka Maharaj is doing something. Radhanath Maharaj is doing something. Rompa Swami Maharaj. Everybody in their capacity. But there are 7 petals of lotus flower. We see, right? Always there is a lotus flower and a tilak down and then the 7 petals, center petal, 3 this side, 3 this side. So 7 principal core things are there which we follow. In that fields, different people are doing different services. But everything in service to Srila Prabhupada. And everything they are doing because they are very sincere to their spiritual master. So coming back to the sincerity. Good. And beads importance. Let's see importance of chanting through the beads. The discipline of the mind and maintenance of the spiritual focus happens when you chant on the beads. These beads are not ordinary beads. These beads are tulasi beads. I mean, some people do on the neem beads, but that's okay. But tulasi beads, especially when you do, it's not your energy which is making the chanting pure, but it's the energy of tulasi which is making your chanting pure. So maximum, as much as possible. I know time, place, circumstances, we can chant on our machines or whatever they are called, counting beads, but preferably chanting has to be done on the mala, for sure. Prabhuji does very nice chanting, by the way. He does chanting loud. When he does in my basement, I can hear the chanting loud that much nicely, and he's focused. He doesn't touch his phone when he is there anywhere. He puts his phone here and goes for chanting. His wife calls 2-3 times on the phone and then calls me saying that, Mataji, where is Prabhuji? So sincerity is important. Okay. Now, how many of you have heard my class which we took online last week? Very important. I said that also. Very nice, Mataji. Thank you so much. I said also that due to the devotees' unavailability, we are doing it online. But it was very good class, I think. Online we did on everything. And then whoever did not attend, did they hear the recordings? You attended, right? So you heard half of the class. Okay, good. So we will give small recap also before we go to the next verses. We did only 2 verses, but we discussed a lot. I'll just give you the summary and then start with the 3rd verse. Let's go to the 2nd chapter. It's nice to read the verses also, but we don't have time. Keeping time in the mind, let's not do the verses of the first 2 because it's a summary. And then we will continue with the 3rd verse with the verse and translation and words. So chapter starts with Sanjaya speaking. First chapter starts with Dhritarashtra speaking. The connecting link in between the first chapter and the 2nd chapter is after the decisive statements, after the decisive expression of Arjuna to Krishna saying that I don't want to fight, he cast aside his bow and arrow. And then that got a hope in Dhritarashtra's heart. He was the most happiest person to hear that from Sanjaya. Now Sanjaya don't want him to go to illusory happiness too much. So Sanjaya taps him, Dhritarashtra. Hey Dhritarashtra, what you are doing is not right. Come back to originality. And then he starts saying that full of compassion, his mind depressed, his eyes full of tears, Madhusudana, Krishna spoke the following words. Seeing Arjuna in this condition, Krishna starts speaking. So second verse of this chapter is the first verse where Krishna speaks to Arjuna directly. Before that, yes, some things are there. Yes, no, I will take you there. That's okay. That's a conversation. But exactly speaking to Arjuna on this topic starts from the second verse. The second verse is a beautiful verse, and many devotees memorize this verse because this is the first verse spoken by Krishna. So when we at the end of the chapter, when we look at the important verses, what we have to memorize, this is a beautiful verse. So let me read that. Kutastva kashmalamidam vishame samupastitam anaryajusthamasvargyam akirtikaram Arjuna. Very nicely told, Krishna. How did these impurities come upon you? These do not befit a person like you. The word used here is anarya justam. Prabhupada gives the explanation in the purport of what is anarya. Aryan means one who knows the value of life. Anaryan means one who do not know the value of life. Why you are behaving like this as if you do not know the value of life? While you are Aryan, while you are very much intelligent, you have chosen this. It's not like somebody forced on you, but what you are doing is not. Kutastva kashmaladamidam. How come these impurities come upon you? Because expectation of Arjuna was totally different. He was the hero of Pandavas. He was the one who has to, though commander-in-chief was Drishtadyumna, but he was the hero out of all because many promises done to Draupadi, so Arjuna is in the forefront. The combat was mainly with Arjuna and Bhima. I know Yudhishthira Maharaj guided everybody, Nakula, Sahadeva did their amazing jobs, but mainly Bhima and Arjuna were the main characters. And Arjuna, and what does Krishna say? Vishame samupastitam. At this situation, it's a critical situation. Like you get ready, everything dressed up and go and everything you do, and then finally you say they're going that, oh, I cannot enter into the hall or something like that. You made so much of preparation, like booking a ticket. Let's say you booked a ticket at home, you got the ticket, you went to the airport, check in, everything sitting at the gate, and then when flight arrives, you say that I don't want to go. It's like that for Arjuna. He's doing like that. So Krishna says, how come these impurities? And Krishna says that these three things, Krishna mentions. Asvargyam, akirtikaram. Anarya justam is like I explained you, it doesn't befit you. But akirtikaram, this is infamy. Infamy is worse than death for a Kshatriya. So you will be going through infamy. Akirti. Kirti means famous through good qualities. Akirti means blasphemy. In India there is a saying, Badnaam hua to kya hua, naam to hua. But we don't want to be like that. नाम तो हुआ ना हमारा, जैसे कंसा भी सोचता है मैं हमेशा कृष्णा के बारे में सोच रहा हूँ, तो सोच तो रहा हूँ ना, right? But no, favorably. So name is not important. Getting name in a proper way is important. So infamy, Krishna talks here about infamy. Akirtikaram Arjuna. Very nicely he has told, and we discussed a lot of points. So whoever want to go dig into the details and listen the class, you can listen. Now let's go to the third verse. Continuation of Krishna. One more verse. Krishna speaks about his feelings, his affection towards Arjuna while telling him what is his duty. Beautiful verse. Klaibhyam masma gama partha naitatvayupapadyate. Oh, hold on one second. Ajay Prabhu. I appreciate you're not using phone because sometimes messages comes and you get diverted. Very nice. I could understand. Klaibhyam masma gama partha naitatvayupapadyate kshudram hrudaya daurbalyam tyaktvotishta parantapa. This verse has two things in it. One is Krishna is very affectionate to Arjuna. No doubt about that. Very, very affectionate to Arjuna. Second thing, he addresses Partha. If we consider the previous chapters, previous verses, wherever Krishna is addressing Arjuna as Partha, that means he is reminding him of being a Kshatriya. You are my aunt's son. You are Pritha's son. I am a Kshatriya. You are a Kshatriya. Kshatriyas don't do that. So in this way he is saying, oh son of Pritha or Partha, do not yield to this degrading impotence. Harsh word, impotence.
हमारा आवाज नहीं थी
Yeah. माता जी म्यूट कर लेंगे एक बार आपका, हो सकता है तो. थैंक यू माता जी. Impotence. Krishna talks about impotence so easily, but it's a hard word. Was Arjuna ready to take that word? Arjuna was ready to take that word because Arjuna was not in a condition to take any word. Any word. In that position, other than Krishna, if anybody speaks, he wouldn't even maybe hear also. Understanding is a dip, because it's a very, very like kind of situation. We are not in that situation. Never ever. We don't, hopefully, we should never get into that situation. Killing Guru, big thing. Killing grandfather, big thing. Especially these two characters. If those two personalities were not there, maybe Arjuna would have started. But these two, he cannot. In the future, in the purports Prabhupada writes how we cannot and all those things nicely mentioned. Krishna, with so much of concern, filled with affection, addresses Arjuna in this way. The important word here is klaibhyam. Klaibhyam. How come klaibhyam? Klaibhyam means impotence. How come this impotence have come upon you? By you acting in this way, what you will yield is only degradation. Nothing else. Before also we discussed, Duryodhana was doing sense gratification, Arjuna was doing sense gratification. No difference. No difference. Oh, Mataji, how can you say that? Arjuna is saying he doesn't want to fight, which is a good thing. Duryodhana is saying he wants to kill, which is a bad thing. But both are doing sense gratification. Duryodhana is listening to his mind. Arjuna is listening to his mind. Both are not on the Dharma principle. Arjuna was not in the Dharma principle before surrendering to Krishna or before hearing to Krishna. So this 45 minutes was very, very important to let us know that I'm not pure devotee, but still in this process of endeavor, there is every minute a chance for us to fall down. Arjuna was put into this Maya illusion, but we have 100% chances to fall down. So we have to be very, very careful. Krishna says it doesn't become you. Means you have a personality. You have an identity. Arjuna means Kshatriya. Arjuna means warrior. Arjuna means one who protects his people. When these not matching features come upon you, you don't become that. Don't think you are that. That means Krishna, sometimes we feel, right? This person is so bad. This person is so bad. But our nature is not to call them bad. But somehow those feelings are coming. We don't become that by doing that. Suppose there is some disturbance in the family. We easily tend to find fault with others, think bad about others. But when everything is done, oh, why did I think even like that? So that we don't become that. We don't become that. It's the influence of the three modes of material nature. It's the influence of our inclination towards the three modes of material nature. We behave like that. So Krishna is telling very clearly, you don't become you. It doesn't become you. And then very important word, Hrudaya Dhaurbalyam, petty weakness of the heart. This is petty weakness of the heart. How did this petty weakness of the heart arise in you, Arjuna? Because Arjuna cannot fall for this weakness. That's what he is saying. So someone might think that Krishna is the director. Krishna has plotted all these things. Krishna has put Arjuna into Maya. And now Krishna is saying, how come you are into this mood? So when Krishna did this, he is living the character there. When Arjuna is acting in illusion, he is living the character over there. Krishna is not living the character of Supreme Personality of the Godhead. Krishna is acting on behalf of Krishna as Supreme Personality of the Godhead in relationship with Arjuna. He is relating to Arjuna. He is relating to the illusory activities of Arjuna. Try to understand this. It looks, outsiders can say, critics can say, सब ड्रामा शुरू किया, सब कर रहे हैं, ऊपर से बोल रहे कि तू कैसा ऐसा हो गया है. So it's not like that. So the second word here, Krishna addresses Arjuna is Parantapa. These all words really, I like it. Contextual addressing of each other so nicely. Wish we could also have that kind of some addressing. We have, but we don't realize. When we are too loving to our children, we call Pandu, Bujji, something like that. And when we are too loving to our husband also, something. Those expressions are there. So here different expressions which means a lot, which means a lot, which means a lot. These are not just whimsical calling of each other like what we call, but this means a lot. So Hrudaya Dhaurvalyam, petty weakness of your heart. Then what I was saying, the addressing part is Parantapa. Parantapa. Parantapa means the chastiser of enemy, the killer of enemy, or the subduer of the enemy, or the one who makes the enemy powerless. Powerless. When Arjuna is there, opposite person becomes powerless because Arjuna's power dominates their power. So Krishna is saying Parantapa means you are the chastiser of enemy. How come you are saying that you don't want to fight? They are your enemies. They are not your relatives. They are not your kith and kin. They are your enemies. Two things here mentioned why Krishna is calling Arjuna as impotent. When it comes to a Brahmana, if he does any impious activity, or if it comes to Kshatriya and he says no for the fighting, then they are neither Kshatriya nor Brahmana. They are for the namesake only Kshatriya and Brahmana. Shweta Mataji, we were discussing in Srimad Bhagavatam the other day about Brahmana Bandhu or Brahma Bandhu, right? The topic comes from here. They are by birth Brahmana, but their activities are not as Brahmana, so they are for namesake Brahma Bandhu or Brahmana Bandhu. Brahma Bandhu means, now we were talking in Srimad, sorry devotees, it's a related topic. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, the chapter name is Son of Drona Punished. When Ashwatthama does this heinous act of killing the Upapandavas, then he is a Brahmana son. But he is for namesake Brahmana son, not the Brahmana, because real Brahmana won't do such impious activities. In that relationship only, here Krishna is saying to Arjuna that you are a Kshatriya, but now if you do this or if you allow these emotions to come upon you and do not fight, then you will be a Kshatriya for namesake. Just for the namesake. That's why he is calling impotent. And then Akirtikaram. See, Arjuna thinks it's magnanimity. Many of the other people think that it's magnanimity to leave the battlefield and go because he's a good person. He's a compassionate person. No, but actual expectation is leave that magnanimity and follow the dharma. Actual expectation is give up and fight. That's what he says. Krishna says in the future verse that give up and then. Now Krishna made his full endeavor. Krishna made his complete endeavor. Give up such petty weakness of the heart and arise. Arise means he's fallen down now. Arise. Come out of this, arise and then fight. That's what Krishna is saying. Beautiful verses. Let's go to Prabhupada writes, such false magnanimity, thinking that this is magnanimity is an illusion or false. Such false magnanimity was not approved by any authority. Not approved. No proper authority who knows the dharma will say, you're doing good job, you're nicely leaving battlefield, you're very compassionate, you feel for the bodies or souls of all these people. No. Authority approval. That's why we say sadhu, shastra and guru. It's not emotions driven. Krishna consciousness is not emotions driven. Yes, it has emotions. Emotions play very, very prominent role, but when they are directed towards the Bhoktaram, beneficiary, he is the beneficiary. Then it's okay. That has to be given up. And that can be done under the guidance of somebody like Krishna or the spiritual master. We will go to the next verse and we will understand more. More verses. I want to cover today at least 5 verses there, because in the row in sequence we can understand better. Let's go to the verse number 4. Arjuna uvacha katam bhishmam aham sankhye dronam cha madhusudana ishubhi pratiyotsyami pujarhau arisudana. Arjuna doesn't give up. Great. Doesn't give up in his point of not fighting. Arjuna is giving up on fighting, but Arjuna is not giving up on his, he's saying like why he doesn't want to fight. After hearing the small chastisement and strong chastisement from Krishna in the last two verses, Arjuna responds to Krishna's instructions in this way. Arjuna says, O killer of the enemies, O killer of the Madhu, how can I counterattack with arrows in the battle men like Bhishma and Drona who are worthy of my worship? Very strong point. What would a normal person say? Like me? Oh yeah, you are right. I would say, oh, you are right. They are worthy of worship. Pujarhava means they are worthy of worship. And you are asking me to kill them. So Krishna says, okay, he's not going to listen now. There are, we hear only two sentences, like Arjuna is talking or Krishna is talking, Arjuna is asking or Krishna is answering, or Arjuna is answering and Krishna is... But in between those two lines, there are a lot of emotions, lot of thoughts in between both of them going on, and that we can understand only through the embellishment of acharyas, commentaries given by acharyas. That we will understand. That's why purports are very, very important. Srila Prabhupada purports. And commentary on Bhagavad Gita is given by Sridhar Maharaj and other people. They see. Because tadvidi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadeshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshina. They have seen the truth. They have experienced the truth. Bhaktivinoda Thakur envisioned Haridas Thakur and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sitting and talking about what and all kinds of japa are there. In the chanting of Harinam only, how many types are there, how one can relish. They are very back somewhere. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is recent. But he is envisioning. It's amazing. He's envisioning Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He's envisioning Haridas Thakur sitting and talking to each other about japa. Such beautiful thing, right? That doesn't happen with us. So, after hearing this strong, Arjuna addressed Krishna as two things here, two names. Again, the addressing part came. Two names, Arisudhana and Madhusudhana. Why is in one verse, why Arjuna is addressing two names? One is Arisudhana and one Madhusudhana. Both the names mean the same, that you are the killer of the enemies. Ari is enemy, Madhu is also enemy, so Madhusudhana, Arisudhana. It is said that Arjuna is completely bewildered. Arjuna's mind is not working. For the same purpose, with the same meaning, he is using two words to make his point. That they are enemies, so you are killing. But these people are not my enemies. Something like that. And more details are given. Like first he says Madhusudhana and then he says Arisudhana, right? No, first he says Arisudhana. Madhusudhana. Then another explanation given is, he says Madhusudhana and then maybe Krishna did not hear properly. There is a wonderful knowledge here about Krishna's dynasty. Okay, Madhusudhana, generally what we understand is Madhusudhana means killer of the demon Madhu. But when we go to the back history, this is again Acharya's embellishment. The back history, Krishna belongs to which dynasty? Yadu dynasty, but Vrishni. Yadu comes in the Vrishni dynasty. So, father of Vrishni. So, Krishna belongs to Vrishni dynasty. So, Krishna is known as Varshneya. So, this lineage is from Madhu. Starts from Madhu. There is a name in the personality in this dynasty called Madhu. So, Krishna is also known as Madhava. Madhava means we know as Lakshmi Devi's husband. But Krishna is also addressed as Madhava because he belongs to the dynasty of Vrishni, in which Madhu is one of the personality. So Arjuna is thinking, oh, you might be understanding that I am addressing you as Madhava, but I am not addressing... So he adds the word Arisudhana. This is not direct translation, but this is understanding given by the Acharyas. So many things, so many details. What is here we are understanding is the position of Arjuna. Arjuna is bewildered. Arjuna is upset. Arjuna doesn't want to leave a chance to explain to Krishna why he doesn't want to fight. So much details. If the kids want to express us something, when Shreyas, I'm saying Shreyas and Shreyas is here. So if the kids want to say something, this is recording go. So if the kids want to say something, so they just say one word, that's it. Like no, that's it. We don't hear anything from them. No explanation. Here Arjuna is giving so much explanation for his no. If we make something and we ask them to eat, they say, did I ask you to make it? Because we say that I made for you, with so much of love for you. Can you please, did I ask you to make it? Simple. Only one answer. But Arjuna is not like that. Arjuna is giving so much, so much. I mean, whole first chapter he was speaking why he doesn't want to fight. In the second chapter also he is continuing. You'll wonder he will give the fifth reason now. Why he doesn't want to give. Four reasons already he gave. And fifth reason also he keeps on adding. Hare Krishna Saumya Mataji. So two reasons of Madhusudana and Arisudana. One is he wanted to make sure that Krishna doesn't understand that he is calling him from the Varshnaya dynasty or the clan of Madhu. Second thing, Madhusudana, he is saying because Madhu is a demon, so you killed. But these are all not demons. This is my spiritual master, teacher, who taught me archery, and this is my great grandfather. I cannot kill them. You killed your enemies, and then see, these values have to be. Arjuna has very beautiful character. He has lot of values. What he's saying is not wrong. How can we kill our teacher? How can we kill our grandparents or grandfather he doesn't have father, and Bhishmadev took care of him like a father? Then how can he do that? Values are very important. These values are missing nowadays. That's the reason in the schools we have lot of special study subjects like ethical values, moral values, relationship values, different subjects are there of study, and people are studying that, and good people are trying to teach that things. Very important. We are forgetting. But Arjuna is great. Nicely he is saying, like, good. He is trying. Now 5th and 6th verse again more important. And he also said, like, you are in this verse only explanation, he says that you are killing these people because they are enemies. And you are asking me to kill grandfather and teacher. Will you be able to kill your grandfather Ugrasena? Will you be able to kill your teacher Sandipani Muni? His context of saying, like, why he's not directly saying, Krishna, will you kill? But his way of saying is, you are also killing, I am also killing, but you are killing enemies and bad people. I'm killing my teacher and I'm killing my grandfather. Will you do that? Prabhupada writes here at the end. Then how is it possible for Arjuna to counterattack them? Would Krishna ever attack his own grandfather Ugrasena and his teacher Sandipani Muni? These were some of the arguments offered. And then he quotes from the Shastra. He quotes from the Brihad Aranya something. He quotes and he says that this is given in that. Arjuna quotes saying that worshipable. How even verbal fight should not be given to a spiritual master or a elders. Forget about killing them. Verbal fight. If there is some discrepancy, don't say yes sir if you don't want to, but don't argue. Arguing is not there in between teacher and student relationship or elders relationship. Many times you may not say yes sir, but it's not suggested. It's not prescribed. No, we cannot do that. So he's saying that even verbal fight in Shastra is not allowed, and you want me to engage in this ghastly warfare, killing them. So Arjuna is in like very distressed position. He don't want to do that because he has not been brought up in that way. He explains more. Guru Nahatva, verse 5. Guru Nahatva hi madhusuda bhavan shreyo bhoktum bhaikshyamapi haloke hatvarta kamamstu guru nihaiva bunjiya bhogan rudira pradigdhan. Try to understand, Matajis and Prabhujis. Bhagavad Gita is in a regular meter of what we do, but when the verses come elongated, they follow the meter and tune of Srimad Bhagavatam. This is one of the verse like that. Before verses, all we did were not like that, especially taking something like Karpanya dosho pahata swabhava prichami tvam dharma sammuda cheta yashreyasya nishchitam bruhitanman. It's a simple meter. And this is a little complex meter because the sentences are long, conversation is long. So we follow the meter of Srimad Bhagavatam. That's why we sang in that way. So Arjuna is continuing. Hare Krishna, Surya Prabhu. Arjuna is still continuing to say, now the consequences. Next thing would come consequences, right? So he is telling to Krishna in the perspective of after the war, two things can happen and those two things will not affect me in any way. Instead, if I kill them, that will be very disastrous for me. I cannot live if I kill them. That's what he says. So consequences will be what? okay, if I do this activity of quitting from the battlefield, what will happen? I'll not get kingdom, that's all, right? So I'm ready to beg alms. I'm ready to beg. For Kshatriya, this doesn't suit, saying that I'm ready to beg. Why did Krishna make this much endeavor to go as a peacemaker? Does he need to do that? He went and he asked, like, oh Duryodhana, oh Dhritarashtra, they are Kshatriyas. Their nature doesn't befit to do something else other than ruling. Just give 5 villages. Just give them and they will rule and they live. They're happy people. They won't ask for big kingdom, big riches, big things, name, fame. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, right? Nadanam, na janam, na sundarim. They're not that kind of people. They will live simply. They will be happy with 5 villages. What did Duryodhana say? Tip of the needle. I won't even give them the space. How much a tip of a needle can hold, I'm not given to give. That's the reason he is told as Atatayina. If you remember the first chapter verses, Prabhupada writes very clearly in the purport, and in the verse it says that Atatayina. Atatayina means aggressors. And we have clear definition of what is aggressors. We discussed in detail the 6 things one should not do. When they do, they are called Atatayina and they are immediately to be punished. So in that Atatayana, one of the thing is plunderer of others' land. So Duryodhana wants to do that. It's not his. It doesn't belong to him. He is not the heir for that land. And he wants that. And nicely Krishna says, please, 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 no. Now here Arjuna, after doing all this big ordeal and convincing, and now he came and he is saying, oh, I don't want the kingdom, I don't want the land, I will go and beg. So sweet of Arjuna. Yeah, I don't know how Krishna is so. Tolerance are two. Here tolerance is displayed by both. Arjuna is still not saying, no, I want to run away. And Krishna is not saying, chup chup, fighting kar. They both are tolerant, titiksha swa. They are listening to each other, they are understanding each other, they are hearing each other, and they are not going wrong path. They are still in the path. Like Hare Krishna Mahamantra. We are holding the Hare Krishna mantra, we are in the bus, there will be lot of alluring things. Oh, this is alluring, we are speaking, but we are not getting out of the bus for those alluring things. Window shopping we say, right? So windows are there in the bus. So through the windows, glass windows, you are seeing there is a beautiful place, like Swarga Loka is there. Okay, this is beautiful. Who knows whether I'll go to Goloka or not? Let me get down there. No, we are not doing that. Same way Arjuna is giving lot of reasons for not to fight, but he is not going off the battlefield. He's still trying to say, this is the reason, this is somewhere he's feeling that Krishna would say, okay, yes, let's do it. You are also right. No. Okay. So let's read the translation. It would be better to live in this world by begging than to live at the cost of the lives of great souls who are my teachers. Mahanubhavan, great souls. These are not ordinary personalities. Bhishmadev, he took a big vow, right? For remaining celibate forever. Shows 2 things. One is he doesn't have lust. He doesn't have lust to enjoy. Prabhupada writes very strictly in his room conversation, he mentions sexual desire. Out of the 4 regulative principles, 4th one, he was very, very, very strict about that. When Krishna comes and pulls you with your shikha, then what would be you have attachment here is the sexual life. It has to be cut. It has to be cut. Knots of the sense gratification has to be cut, especially sexual life. Yes, mind is playing lot of tricks. Mind does sexual lot of things, not body. But totally, that has to be removed. That's what, then only your attachment towards the higher things will grow. And then an understanding is given that a guru can be rejected. Killing part is not told, but a guru can be rejected. Guru cannot be killed, right? So the guru can be rejected. A guru can be rejected in three reasons. One, if the guru is proud. Prabhuji, please sit here. Guru, if he is proud. There are many gurus in our history, they are proud and they fell down. Many gurus. They are called Rajarshis, they are called Rishis. We have lot to name. So, when a personality is in that proud range, pride arena, automatically his mind doesn't work. He doesn't have the discriminative power anymore. The second reason where the guru can be rejected is when he loses his discriminative power to know what is right and what is wrong. You can reject the guru. There are a lot of people unknowingly take the shelter of fake gurus or wrong gurus, but there is a way you can reject them when these things happen. When they are not following the Shastra, when they are not following the disciplic succession, when they don't hail from a proper disciplic succession. And the third point is when they are addicted to sinful activities. Now a big thing would come. How come Bhishma Dev has all these things? Bhishma Dev, just now we talked that he is a brahmachari, he has controlled his senses, he doesn't have lust, and he doesn't have attachment also to anything. Even power, he doesn't have attachment. He said, I won't become the king. He says to his mother, the second mother, you can take over. If I marry, I'll get children. First, that's the second thing. First of all, he says that your children will be king. Oh, you are saying that, but when you get married, your children come, they will say that they want to be. I don't even marry. So easy for him to give up because he was detached. He was detached, but he was attached to his position. He was attached to his guidance giving position. Though Bhishma Dev was not a king, he was not less than a king. He was the one who was guiding everybody. He was the one who said to his father that as long as whoever is on this throne, I will support them. He should not have done that. His father did not ask him, can you give me this place? If father asked, he says that's a different story. He himself said, okay, I don't want the kingdom. Okay, I don't want to marry. And I will be always there in support of the person who are sitting on the throne. What do you mean by support of the person who is there? For that, you need not take a vow. You can support if he is good, if you can chastise if you are bad. That's the real position of a guru. But he said, whoever it is, whatever it is, whoever sits on this position of the throne, I'm going to support them. He's addicted. Here the third reason given as addicted to sinful activities. He is not performing sinful activities, but he has seen the sinful things before in his life, before this war. Draupadi Vastrabharan and Bhishma Dev sitting quiet. Heinous. He's a great devotee. He has Ichamrityu. He has seen Krishna before leaving. But he should not have kept quiet. Krishna says, including Bhishma Dev, everybody has to take the punishment. That's what he said. His punishment was fighting against Krishna, whom he knows as Supreme Personality of Godhead. What else greater punishment would be there other than that? So, everybody is again playing characters, but still we have to learn a lot. So, Bhishma Dev is such a person. So, there is from Mahabharata a discussion. Let me give you an extra knowledge. Mahabharata discussion says, Bhishma Dev was instructing to Yudhishthir Maharaj. We all know, before leaving the body, Yudhishthir Maharaj came and he was crying. Oh, because of me, this is all happened. I'm losing my administrative skills. Seeing that just because of me, so much massacre has happened and everything. And the story goes as Bhishma Dev instructs to Yudhishthir Maharaj, this is from Mahabharata, nothing from me, man is the servant of wealth. Man is the servant of wealth. He is not giving Divya Gyan, he is giving material Gyan, kingly Gyan. So man is the servant of wealth, and wealth is not the servant of anyone. Power, wealth, position is not the servant of everyone. We are all servant of that. So try to be in that position. Instructions are good, but have to be properly understood. So he has said that. So Bhishma Dev says, I have sold myself for the influence of power and wealth. Confession. Isn't it a confession? He's not saying to Yudhishthir Maharaj, sell yourself for power. He's saying that I have sold myself for the influence of power and wealth. On the other side here, Arjuna is saying, enjoyment is not pure. If at all I kill them, it will be tainted with the blood. Our second point of saying that loss of enjoyment, right? One was the compassion, second was the loss of enjoyment, right? Because I cannot enjoy if at all they are all killed. To whom with I enjoy, like that loss of enjoyment he was talking about. So, Arjuna is saying, so I don't want to fight. I feel I should not fight. What do we see here is, Arjuna mood is respect. If that respect part is not there, his attachment knots would have been cut. But respect is a good thing, Mataji. We have to respect everybody. At least seeing soul in everybody, we have to respect everybody. When it comes to dharma has to be performed. All other dharmas have to be left. Respect is also one of the dharma only. Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papabhyo mokshashyami ma suchaha. Krishna says, do not fear, ma suchaha. I am here. Leave all other kinds of religions. You want to connect to Krishna through this respect? No, you have to connect to Krishna through bhakti, which includes our varnashrama dharma. Varnashrama dharma is now a big topic. Jayadvaita Maharaj is writing book. Already he has written, I think it's pending. So, varnashrama dharma. 4 varnas, 4 ashramas. Krishna did not choose Bhishma Dev for telling Bhagavad Gita. Krishna chose Arjuna, who was in best position in both. Varna, he was a Kshatriya. Ashrama, he was a Grihastha. He did not choose a Brahmana. He did not choose a sannyasi for telling this. Perfect personality. We are all in that roles. We are not Kshatriyas, but devotees, Vaishnavas. We have our dharma, Varnashrama dharma. Accordingly, we have to work on that dharma. Now 2.6, beautiful verse. Now he includes himself with Krishna. Like in the previous chapter also he says, at a place we, he addresses we. Prabhupada was saying, Prabhupada Leelamrita we are reading daily, in that we had a discussion today, if you remember. Prabhupada says that I am never alone. And when he speaks to somebody, we will build temples, we will have this, we will have that. That we, plural statement says that Prabhupada was never separated from his spiritual master. His spiritual master was always there with him. Here now Krishna is saying we, saying that Krishna is with him, and what is good for we both he is suggesting. Let's see Arjuna suggesting Krishna what is good. Verse number 2.6. Yanev hatva nachatid, right? Nachaitad vidma kataran nagariyo yadva jayema yadivano jayeha yanev hatva najijivishams te avastita pramukhe dhartarashtra. Now he is saying here few things. He is giving actually 5th reason you can think. There are 4 reasons which we already discussed in this first chapter, what Arjuna gives for not to fight. First one is? First one? Compassion, false compassion, family. He has attachment towards the family. That compassion, oh, they are mine. False compassion. Overwhelming compassion in a false direction. Second one is, we just discussed, no enjoyment, loss of enjoyment. Even if we win over the kingdom, whom I should enjoy with? Why? He doesn't have people to enjoy with. He doesn't consider remaining all, only Kauravas are the people, but wrong again. And then, sin will overcome me, right? Sin. I will be performing sin by killing these people. Okay? And the 4th reason he gave, very important reason.
If everyone gets died, how can the successors will born so that Pinda?
Yeah, Varna Sankara. Varna Sankara word will cover everything. Varna Sankara word says that how they take the wrong shelters, how the unwanted progeny will come, how Pinda Pradhan doesn't happen, how the forefathers will not get their position. Ultimately, everything is a fall down. And who is responsible for that fall down? Again, go to the hellish planetary system. So, Krishna, you and me will go to the hellish planetary system. Both of us will go. Now, he is saying here also same thing. Nor do we know which is better. What do you mean by do we know which is better? This is best. That's the reason Krishna made you come here. Now you are saying that nor do we know what is better. We means who? Pandavas are ready to fight other Pandavas. Krishna and Arjuna are talking and he is saying we do not know what is better. Very nice. Conquering them or being conquered by them. Wow. He's saying maybe they conquering us might be good. Might be good. Here we have to observe one thing. First chapter ending, he had a very decisive verses that he doesn't want to fight. And in here, he's showing his indecisiveness. 5th reason, indecisiveness. He says, I don't know. And he adds himself, Krishna also saying, we don't know. Okay, we don't know. Conquering them or being conquered by them. Never a Kshatriya would say that, being conquered them. Dhritarashtra, he knows everything. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of the Godhead. My sons are fools, my sons are bad, my sons are atataina. Still, he doesn't say that it would be better if they conquer them. No. But here Arjuna is saying, he says, if we kill the sons of Dhritarashtra, we should not care to live. Oh. We should not care to live. That means there is no use of we living performing this wrong act. He's already putting a stamp that this is a wrong act. After that doing, we don't have a right to live. We need not live. We did not care for living and enjoying. So it's better we give up our lives if at all we do this. Yet they are now standing before us on the battlefield. So Hrudaya Daurbalyam, petty weakness of the heart. And that arises because of lot of things. So now the fifth reason is given. We don't know what is better. So he is not sure. In our lives, at many positions, we are not sure. Seemingly we think that, why can't Arjuna decide that they are wrong people, bad people, brutal people, worst people, atataina, aggressors, let me kill. It's not so easy.
Mhm.
It's not so easy.
Well, just for a simple reason that they try to bring Draupadi in this thing.
Yeah,
Right?
Draupadi. But he is coming from the viewpoint of only one side. They are my teachers, they are my elders, they are teacher, my elders. Then they are your teachers and elders. Why didn't they respond or react when the situations were bad? So Krishna, it's a false conception, first of all. Wrong understanding. Arjuna is bewildered. Arjuna is acting under the three modes of material nature. But Krishna is Achyuta. He is above all the three modes of material nature. Arjuna is mixing his nature and Krishna's nature and saying that we may or be going in a wrong direction. He says we have two choices. Either we should conquer them or we should be conquered by them. Okay, this much is okay that I want to leave the battlefield. But now we have two choices, Krishna. Either we have to conquer them or to be conquered by them. He's saying that, okay, we have two options. There are no two options. Only one option, Kshatriya, is there. Either kill them, fight, and then he's saying that unarmed I will stand, let them come and kill me. I will stand unarmed, let them kill me. Kshatriya cannot say. So the fifth reason is indecisiveness. We discussed four reasons before, and the fifth reason is indecisiveness. Indecisiveness. He's speaking lots of things, so many things, so many shastric things, but he's not able to take the decision. He says, I'm not sure. He did not say that I am sure that it is good to be conquered. He said, I'm not sure whether it is good to be conquered or to conquer. So at least he is in the bus. He did not get off the bus. Okay. So what he has to do, what anybody has to do, he's completely confused. He's not in contact with anybody other than Krishna, and he knows Krishna is the everything for him, cousin, relative, friend, Supreme Personality of the Godhead, and he has accepted Krishna voluntarily. I want you, Krishna. I don't want anything else. No army, you don't take weapon. So we have to choose voluntarily Krishna. Voluntary choosing. Oh, Bhakti Riksha Mataji told me. Okay, that can help you. But voluntarily when you choose Krishna as supreme authority, as supreme father, as supreme personality, then automatically things will... In the introduction of Bhagavad Gita, it said that if you don't have faith in Krishna, there won't be full benefit of Bhagavad Gita. Yes. Because when you accept his authority, then only you will follow. Whatever Trump is doing, some mandatory things, forget about Trump. Trump is a different character. But anyhow, who is in that authority, Mataji is laughing. Whoever is in the authority, if they say something, we follow it. But why do we follow it? Because he is in the authority. If he is out of authority, we will not follow him. So here, Krishna is the authority and Arjuna is very lucky to have Krishna with him. So he is completely confused, not able to take a decision. He says, if we kill all of them, we should not even live. The dialogues between the two lines are so. I feel like, what is Krishna thinking about Arjuna? What is Arjuna thinking about Krishna? Arjuna is like Yes, sir, candidate. Say yes to Krishna. There was a retreat done by my Guru Maharaj in Gita Nagari. Say yes to Krishna. Arjuna was a candidate who would say yes to Krishna for everything. But he is put into such a condition where he is trying to say, Krishna, can you consider this? Krishna, can you consider this? And Krishna is thinking, oh, what is this, Arjuna? Arjuna's condition is like, I won't desire to live anymore. And he is adding Krishna also, we don't care to live. His desire it is that if I kill them, I don't desire anymore to, okay, if you say I will kill them, but after killing them, my condition would be something like that, I don't want to live anymore. It doesn't befit, as in the starting we said, it doesn't befit you, Arjuna. You don't become, by these qualities coming upon you, you don't become that. It's not victory or defeat. It's not about victory or defeat, it's about more a kind of duty. What is the result? Leave it to Krishna. Perform the duty. Forget about it. You will kill them, they will kill you. Forget about it. Do the duty. Srila Prabhupada writes very nicely here. All the considerations given by Arjuna definitely prove that he is not only just a great devotee of Lord, but highly enlightened. Very important. Controversial looks like, but it's not controversial. It's complementary. Let's listen carefully. What Prabhupada is writing. That proves he is not only great devotee of the Lord, but highly enlightened. Whom are we talking highly enlightened? Arjuna, who is out of focus? And complete control over his mind and senses. Oh, Krishna. Okay. And also, he was completely detached. Okay, detached we can understand. He doesn't want anything. Let's talk about this mind control and sense control. Mind control and sense control, the Sanskrit words are Shama and Dhamma. Control over the mind and senses. Why did this particular word is been used here is because in general, the mind would say, kill them and enjoy the kingdom. The senses would say, let's enjoy. But Arjuna, because of his upbringing, because of his devotee nature, because of his kind-heartedness, is able to control over that mind and sensory impacts. Yes or no? Mind could say, just go and kill. Duryodhana's mind said, go and kill. He is ready to come and kill. Duryodhana's senses said, let's enjoy. So he is worrying for all this enjoyment. Arjuna's mind could also say that. But he has overpowered those mind and senses. That's why he is called one who has the control over the mind and senses. But what is the saying of Shastra? Rishikena, Rishikesha, Sevanam. The senses which are given by Krishna have to be served for Krishna. From where we are getting source, serve them. Rishikena, Rishikesha, Sevanam. Rishikesha, why do we call Krishna? He is the controller of the senses. So one who is the controller of the senses, one who has given us these senses, use it for the pleasure of that Rishikena, that Krishna. Rishikena, Rishikesha, Sevanam. This is, okay, detachment okay, because he already said that I don't want anything, I want to go and beg alms. Even if I get in the before chapter also he says, right, this detachment we can see clearly. In the first chapter, 34th, 35th verse, he says that even if I forget about this kingdom, Krishna, if I get even the 3 worlds of enjoyment also, I will not fight. I will not kill them. That's what he said. So detachment. Unless the sources of these all are controlled, we cannot get out of this. The source of Arjuna's bewilderment, the source of Arjuna's perplexity, the source is what? The reason is what?
Attachment.
Arjuna's bodily identification, isn't it? Everything is because of his bodily attachment. These are my people is because Arjuna is in Arjuna's body. Because Duryodhana is in Duryodhana's body. If the same wrong thing was performed by any other king from any other place, he would not even thought a second and then he would have killed all of them at once. But here he is mostly thinking from the bodily identification. Their mind comes from not original understanding of souls, comes from the bodily identification. Arjuna was very good at Shastra, very good at things, but basic thing he is forgetting is that he is not the body and he has to work for the dharma. So, what is the solution now? What is the solution? What to do? What to do? What to do? These are doshas. But what to do? The only rescue. In general, what to do? Let's talk. The next verses will say what to do. But in general, what to do? This whole material world is dukkhalayam ashashvatam. So where is the shelter? Krishna. Harer nama eva kevalam. Kalau. This is the Kali. Kalau nasteva gatiranyataha. Iti shodashakam namnam Kali kalmasha nashanam. Nata parataropaya sarva vedeshu drishrate. From the vision, from the seeing through all the Shastras and Vedas, we don't find anything else other than Hare Krishna Mahamantra and chanting of the holy name. Yesterday we had a discussion. Today morning we had a discussion during Prabhupada Leelamrita. There was a power breakdown or power, whatever it is called, blackout. When Prabhupada was here in 1965, there was a power blackout, and then everything was pitch dark in the room and everywhere, and he was staying with Dr. Mishra, who helped him in the starting. He's a Mayavadi concept, but anyhow, he helped him. So he went outside, and then they were sitting and eating fruits, and then after eating fruits, everybody, whole New York was disturbed. Whole New York was power cut. Power cut is a big thing. Here also we experienced 1 or 2 times. Power cut is a big thing. Nothing will work. And if it is Amavasya, think more. No light at all. Candles we have to look for. Krishna says, Prabhasmi Shashi Surya. I am the light of the moon and the sun, he says, right? Rasoham apsu kaunteya, Prabhasmi Shashi Surya. He is the light giver. And we depend on all these artificial lights. Anyhow, so gone. Light is gone. But Prabhupada was very calm. It's not just because he is used to power breakouts in India, but it is because he had the ultimate shelter of the light, Krishna. He nicely chanted. He was not disturbed at all by this external thing, but he was not disturbed. It's okay. It has gone, it will come. That's it. But he never left his chanting. Oh, it is dark, what I am chanting, where I am chanting. His focus is still on the chanting. Like chanting is now the solution for everything. So let's summarize this verse so that we will understand in a deeper way. Arjuna was not, indecisiveness we are talking here about. Arjuna was thinking, should I refrain from fighting? He said to Krishna, I don't want to fight. But he did not say, I will not fight. I don't want to fight. I cannot fight. The terminology is different. He did not say, I will not fight, I will go away. I cannot fight. I don't want to fight. What to do? So, should I refrain from fighting? First thing. Second thing, should I fight being a Kshatriya? When a topic comes of should I do it, then it will come of should I not do it, then it will come out of should I do it also, right? Whether should I eat this or should I not eat this? So if he is not falling from his position of Kshatriya, next thing comes is he has to act from the platform of being a Kshatriya. So second one is should I fight being a Kshatriya? Third one is he mentions victory is not certain. That's just to console Krishna. Other than that, nothing. Oh, Krishna, we might not win also. That's okay if you don't win. What is the problem? First thing, you will not lose. 100% sure. He is also sure. But he's just saying, okay, what else if we do all these things and then we don't win? I'll lose my life or you'll lose his life. Even if victorious, let's say if we win, can we live happily without all these people? When one is completely filled with confusion and not able to take any decisions, then he will approach the authority and surrender unto that authority. We'll do the last verse. My Prabhu took out the watch from there. But he shifted watch from there to here.
8:47.
Yeah, last verse we will do, 2.7, very important verse. 2.7. We all know this verse. Yes or no, Matajis? Karpanya dosho pahata svabhava prachami tvam dharma sammudacheta yachreyasya nishchitam bruhi tanme shishyasteham sadhima prapannam. This is a turning point. This is a big turning point. The relationship between Krishna and Arjuna, being a cousin, being a friend, being a well-wisher, everything is voluntarily, this word voluntarily I am stressing upon. Our every act towards approaching Krishna should be a voluntary action. Voluntarily changed to a disciple and spiritual master. This is the turning point. This is the place where Arjuna says, I am a soul surrendered unto you. Karpanya dosho, he is saying, I am a kripana, I am a miser. My miserly weakness, my hridaya dhairbalyam, karpanya dosho. Dosho means problem, dosha means weakness. Why does that weakness attach? Comes because of the attachment. He's saying he's detached to the maybe name, fame and all those things, but he is attached to the people. He says they are mine, I and mine. In that mind we are just externally thinking, not assets, car, house, kingdom, those things. But I know, no cars, but whatever it is. So that's not there. But main attachment is they are mine, you are calling them. So that attachment is there. That possessiveness for the family members is the cause of this dosha or the weakness. And when the doshas come upon you, what happens is you become lack of knowledge. What knowledge? Not the science, math, physical, biological, those things. What you are lacking of knowledge is the real knowledge of who you are. Again, body and soul. That's why this contents of Gita summarized. Analytical divisioning of body and soul. So you forget your original identity. That is science of self-realization. Who you are, who is Krishna, what is your relationship with Krishna, or who you are, what is your source, and what is your relationship with that source. Totally forgot. Arjuna totally forgot about that. Very important few words. Tvam prichami. Tvam prichami. Beautiful word, right? Tvam prichami. Every word is beautiful here. If I go there, then I have to go a little bit back also. But tvam prichami. Prichami means I am asking you. Tvam, I am asking you. Tvam, you asking is me. He is asking Krishna. Tvam prichami, I am asking you. Bruhi tanme. I am asking you, now you please tell me. He is not saying, or he is not thinking that Krishna is ordering me. It's a mutual thing. I am asking you, so please tell me. I am asking you, that's why please tell me. And yat shreyashyan means for sure what is good for me. For sure what is good for me. Because Arjuna believes that Krishna is the right person who knows what is good for him. Confidence. We have Preeti Lakshanam, right? Shadvidam Preeti Lakshanam, sharing each other's thoughts in confidence. Confidence means you have full faith that whatever the instructions he is going to give are going to help me. Full faith, in confidence you are sharing. I'm reading the translation, beautiful translation. Now, not only the words, translation also has to be memorized. So potent words. Now, I am confused about my duty and have lost all the composure because of my miserly weakness. He is accepting this is miserly weakness. His knowledge has to be used in a better way. If a richest person uses his money to buy a small car, toy car, it doesn't make sense. He has so much of money, he can buy the car. Why he is buying a toy car which is of no use to him? He cannot go from one place to other place. It's not that he doesn't have funds. It's not that Arjuna doesn't have intelligence. Arjuna has intelligence, but his intelligence and knowledge is miserly. Kripana, using like a miser. In this condition means till now he was kind of, I know. Till now he was kind of, I have quoted from here, I have quoted from here, I have told you. He was, but now, so I am asking you to, in this condition, his condition is a condition where he is not able to take a decision. So whatever decisive statements he has given at the end of the first chapter doesn't suit now. He comes to a different position wherein now he is saying that maybe I am wrong, thinking that I'm not killing, maybe I am wrong. So now he's saying, in this condition, I am asking you to tell me for certain, nishchitam, this word is important, for certain what is best for me. That means he is completely assured that Krishna will give the best to him. For sure, tell me what. Now I am your disciple. This is surrenderance. Now I am your disciple. And the soul surrendered unto you. Please instruct me. Please instruct me. This is the request of Arjuna to Krishna to please instruct him. He is asking voluntarily. Krishna heard whole Bhagavad Gita given by Arjuna in the first chapter. Krishna heard. He did not say anything, not even a single word. So now Bhagavad Gita from Arjuna is done. The disciple word is very, very important, Mataji's and Prabhuji's. Disciple means one who is disciplined. One who is disciplined. Disciplined in what? Because you have the faith in the spiritual master, the instructions given by spiritual master should be followed with sincerity and discipline. Disciple means one who is disciplined. Sadhi mam. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadeshyanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshina. 4th chapter, transcendental knowledge. What does it is said that one who approaches a spiritual master and be inquisitive to him. That inquisitive should be pariprashna, not regular prashna. Prashna means what? You ask and you hear and you walk away. Pariprashna means you have the full faith in the instruction or the answer given from the other side and you follow on it and you apply on that. Tvam prapannam, I am surrendered unto you. This surrenderance is not normal surrenderance. Arjuna might have had a big fight in his mind, big war in his mind. And he came to this position of, okay, Krishna, I surrender unto you. This full first chapter, that's why first chapter name is Arjuna Vishadha Yoga. Vishadha Yoga. This surrenderance did not happen just like that. What is our learning from this particular verse? Arjuna is in material perplexity. This whole material world is filled with perplexities. Happiness is just a beacon. Two miseries, in between happiness comes little bit. But every corner there is misery. Analogy. Do we expect or invite these problems? No, we don't. We don't, right? We are not great as Kunti Maharani. Please give me problems again and again. We are doing Shweta Mataji and we are doing Bhagavatam in that. Kunti Maharani says that give me more and more problems so that I can remember you more and you can be with us. No, we are not like that. We are not like that. Samsara dava nalalidha loka. We sing, right? So this is Dukhalayam place. This is like a forest fire, these miseries. We don't invite them. Is the forest fire ignited by something? Somebody put a matchstick? No. It comes on its own accord. So these miseries are like that. So you're looking for happiness is not a problem, but you're looking for happiness in a wrong place is a problem. We are all Satchitananda. We are part and parcel of Krishna. Krishna is happy. We want to be happy. But we are looking for that happiness in a wrong place. So that's why all the reasons for problem is not desires. The reason for problem is ignorance. Ignorance. Om ajnanati mirandasya jnananjana shalakaya chakshurmilitam yena tasmai Shri Guruve namaha. When you surrender unto Guru, Guru with a torchlight is going to open your eyes and clear the ignorance what you have. When ignorance is cleared, your desires will be there, but your desires will be properly guided towards the eternity. Krishna is Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha. Anadi Radhir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. When you know this fact of being Krishna, the source of all the sources, when you know the fact of being Krishna being the most primeval Lord, when you know that Krishna is Sat Chit Ananda, he is an embodiment. Vigraha means embodiment. We say Vigraha, right? Radha Krishna Vigraha, Vigraha. Embodiment of what? Three things. Sat, eternality, Chit, knowledge, and Ananda, bliss. When we know that, why would we take the shelter of somebody else? Aho bakiyam stanakala kutam jikham sayadapyayadyappasadvi lebhe gatim datri muchitam tatonyam kamva dayalum sharanam vrajema. Gopis say very nicely. Baki means Bakasura's sister, means Putana. Aho Bakhiyam Sthanakala Kutam. This lady, Baki, came with poisonous breast milk. And she is not even Sadhvi. She is not a great lady. Her intentions were very bad. Lebhe Gatim Dhatri Muchi. For that kind of lady, Lebhe means you gave, Labhyam, she received what? a servant maid position, motherly maiden position in Goloka. You are such merciful, Krishna. Kamva dayalum sharanam rajema. Whom else we have to surrender? Who is more merciful than you to surrender unto? Beautiful, beautiful. So Arjuna is doing here surrender, sharanam, to a proper sharanyam. He is surrendering to the correct personality whom everybody should take shelter. How we should choose a spiritual master? What is this bona fide authority? We are being saying like bona fide, bona fide, bona fide everywhere. We see, right? We hear also more bona fide, bona fide, bona fide. Bona fide means that comes in the disciplic succession. Oh, Mataji, this disciplic succession, there are a lot of disciplic succession. Look for the disciplic succession which starts from Krishna. Oh, Mataji, there are 4 disciplic succession which comes. The others are also good. If you are perfect in one, if you have proper guidance in one, why do you choose other boats again? You cannot sail in 2 boats. There are a lot of tattvas in Vaishnavas also. We had a discussion yesterday night, something about that. But there are a lot of tattvas. Only the thing what we have to stick on is what is the best for us. Where are we placed? Do we need to take again 8.4 million species and come back and research all these things? Gratitude rooted in the gift of Nama Prabhu and Srimad Bhagavatam. That's all. Chanting Srimad Bhagavatam. If you do these 2 things, that's okay. You are gone. You go to back to Godhead. For sure, Prabhupada said. But we don't chant with faith. We don't read with faith. So these all things are again needed. ABCDs, association, books, prasadam, kirtans, everything. Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, 9 limbs. So by approaching a proper bona fide spiritual master, it's not like our problems won't come. Problems will come, but how to take that problems, proper guidance will come. Because when we do the endeavor without the guidance of a spiritual, bona fide spiritual master, then we end up in activities which are again going to bind us to this material world. Because they don't align with Sadhu, Shastra and Guru. They align with our mind, which is again matter, subtle matter. Gross body, subtle body. They don't say that it's a part of soul. How do you carry the impressions? The impressions are carried only through the subtle body. When the person dies, what goes off? Gross body easily leaves, no problem. What is it called? Bhumi, Rapo, Nalo, Vayu, whatever the things. Body is made up of earth, fire, whatever it is, it will go to its places. How about the subtle mind? Mind, intelligence and false ego. They stay there, strongly stay there. And they are carried along with the soul. So this subtle body decides what kind of body you are going to get. When you sharpen this subtle body, let's say mind, intelligence, we know the chariot symbol, right? Who is mind, who is senses, what it controls, what over that. So that intelligence which guides everything has to be sharpened by the Shastra. Amala Puran, Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, relationship building. Who am I? Who is Krishna? What is my relationship with Krishna? Preliminary study. And then Bhagavatam, how we relish what we do on knowing our identity. That's Bhagavatam. Then Chaitanya Charitamrita, that's like a nectar. After all we do, what comes out of that is nectar. Prayojana it's called. Abhideya and then Sambandha. Bhagavad Gita is Sambandha, Bhagavatam is Abhideya and Chaitanya Charitamrita is Prayojana. The result. The ultimate result and benefit, where we understand everything clearly. It's a study, it's a science. So it's nice. We have to work on this subtle body, isn't it, Prabhuji? Subtle body, very important. Who is in the center? Me or Krishna? 2-pocket theory doesn't work. It slows down the process. We will cruise. Okay, I will keep this pocket. I'm saying this, I'm not out of it. I'm still 2-pocket theory. I'm just saying that this is what happens. Me, Krishna, 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 me. No, Krishna, 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 Krishna. Automatically me is taken care. If you put specifically me, Krishna, Krishna, then never it's going to happen. The perfect things. Mind, intelligence and false ego. When that's sharpened, obviously, our mind, intelligence and false ego become surrendered to Krishna, and we will go to Goloka instead of another body, instead of so many species bodies. Our attachments are there in that subtle body, so we get that body. So nobody is forcing us. Srimad Bhagavatam speaks about Avanti Brahmana. He says, nobody is the reason for my very bad condition now. It's only me and my mind. So we have to take care of this mind. Very important. And that happens through the Guru. 2.7, very important verse. Please memorize the verse and translation both. It stays with you forever. It stays with your subtle body and it's carried. So next life, if we have any, it will be merciful only. We will be devotees only. Because we have this verse with us. We have this concept with us. We have this knowledge with us. We have this connection with Guru. Very nice. Very nice. Thank you very much, devotees. Thank you. All the online devotees, thank you very much. Very patiently. Some devotees got offline, but very patiently the others are waiting. Surya Prabhu, thank you very much for joining. I know for you it is a